The following preview is for the book, not the movie. Honestly, just skip the movie version, it's not nearly as good. Meet Milo, a young boy whose attitude for life is perfectly symbolized by a deflated tire. Milo sees everything as a waste of time, to the point where he sees learning as absolutely meaningless. Well, lucky for him, he finds a mysterious toll booth left for him in his room, along with a map to a land he does not recognize. Finally intrigued by something, Milo plays along and goes through the toll booth only to find he is now transported to the land shown on the map. On his way to the nearest city, Milo encounters a giant dog with a clock on his side. The dog introduces himself as Talk and accompanies Milo to Dictionopolis, the city of words. There, Milo meets several peculiar characters, including the Humbug, who has a bit of a bad reputation around the city. Milo and Talk also learn of the princesses, Rhyme and Reason, who were banished from the land some time ago for failing to solve a dispute between the King of Words and the King of Numbers. Since then, the land has become more chaotic and full of ignorance and half-baked ideas. Upon meeting the King of Dictionopolis, Milo convinces him that Rhyme and Reason need to return. They then find out that the two princesses were banished to the castle in the air that hovers over the mountains of ignorance, a frightening terrain filled with demons. The king then volunteers Milo, Talk, and the unsuspecting Humbug to venture off and rescue Rhyme and Reason. Throughout this story, the trio comes across many other literary-themed characters. In the Forest of Sight, they encounter various characters that represent perspective. They enter the Valley of Sound, which has become completely silent for some reason. They even come across the Island of Conclusions, which many have a habit of jumping to. The story is in the journey as Milo, Talk, and the Humbug travel the entire map in their quest to return Rhyme and Reason to the land. This story primarily explores learning in a way that makes it fun. Some of these subjects would often be considered boring when hearing them in a classroom. But with the use of characterization and humorous dialogue, many children will find themselves learning new things as they read through this story. This book was written by author and architect Norton Juster, and this was his first book written back in 1961. You can find a copy for yourself today on Amazon or anywhere else books are sold.